Welcome to the Talking Book Voices, the podcast. Get ready to embark on the adventure with us as we dive into and celebrate the magic of the Texas Talking Book program. Let's raise our voices together and make the world of literature accessible for all. The Texas Talking Book program is a division of the State Library and Archives Commission and serves as a regional library for the National Library Service for the Blind and Print Disabled, a division of the Library of Congress. The Talking Book program provides specialized library services to individuals who have a qualifying visual, physical, or reading disability, such as dyslexia. In each episode of the Talking Book Voices, we'll delve into the heart of the program, uncovering its history, sharing inspiring stories, and exploring the vast collection of materials it has to offer. We'll bring you the latest updates, interviews with program experts and patrons, and useful tips to make the most of this invaluable program for Texans and beyond. So whether you're an avid reader, someone who with a print disability seeking accessible materials, or just curious to learn about this great program, this podcast is made for you. Don't forget to visit us at www.texastalkingbooks.org for more information. So let's begin the Texas Talking Book Voices, a podcast by the Texas State Library and Archives Commission.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us for another episode of the Talking Book Program's Voices podcast. My name is Dina Abramson, and I am the Disability Information and Referral Coordinator with the Talking Book Program. Today, I am talking with Liz Wisecarver with the National Federation of the Blind of Texas. February was Low Vision Awareness Month. So I wanted to talk to Liz about what NFB does and have her talk about some of their great programs. Welcome, Liz. Thanks for talking to me today.
Thanks, Dina, and hello, everyone.
So let's jump right in. What is the National Federation of the Blind?
The National Federation of the Blind is the nation's oldest and largest organization of blind people, and it's a civil rights organization. It's been created and is led by blind people to secure independence, protect rights, and enhance education through collective action. People with any level of vision loss, as well as sighted friends and family, are invited to join. You'll have access to literally thousands of other blind people from across the country and even around the world who can share their experiences and resources with you. The National Federation of the Blind is represented on the national, state, and local levels. So our national headquarters is located in Baltimore, Maryland, and it assists people from all across the country with their questions about blindness and through our own programs that we design and run. Some of the national level programs include our annual national convention each summer, the BELL, and that stands for Braille Enrichment Literacy and Learning Academy for blind children, scholarships for blind college students, and Washington Seminar. Visit nfb.org to learn more about our national level services and programs. And there are quite a few of them, Dina. There's a lot more that I didn't list here. So please check out the website for more information. Each state has an affiliate level of the National Federation of the Blind. And so the NFB of Texas, our office is located in Alvin, which is just south of Houston. We have a small staff that work alongside our elected affiliate president, Norma Crosby, to serve blind Texans of all ages through our programs and advocacy work. Visit our website at nfbtx.org to learn more, or call our office at 281-968-7733. And we're available weekdays from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Time. We're happy to answer any questions that you have about our services or how to get involved or anything that you want to know about blindness. We also have local chapters that represent various cities and regions throughout Texas. Local chapters are a really great way to meet other blind people and families in your area. And it helps you keep up with news and activities that is going on related to blindness.
That's great. How many NFB chapters are there in Texas?
We currently have 9 local chapters and also 2 state-level divisions. So our local chapters meet each month to keep informed about state and national level activities, to network with one another, and to share resources. We also have an at-large chapter, and it's called the Lone Star chapter. And that chapter meets virtually each month, and it's available for folks who are not close enough to one of our local chapters to join in person. The Texas Association of Blind Students and the Texas Parents of Blind Children are our 2 state-level divisions, and they represent the particular interests of our blind students and families and teachers of blind children. These divisions meet in person during our annual state convention, and they also host various activities throughout the year for members and for folks who are interested. They're a great way for our blind students and families to reach out to one another, to ask questions about how to accomplish goals and to share their shared experiences. Visit our website to find out more about local chapters or our affiliate level divisions.
Since Texas is so big, it's great that there is an at-large chapter that meets virtually for people who don't live close to a local chapter. So I think that's great. How do you join NFB, and is there a membership fee?
Yeah, so the easiest way to join the National Federation of the Blind is to attend a chapter meeting and let that chapter president know that you want to join as a new member. You'll then be voted in by the chapter and be asked to pay membership dues. And membership dues, it's usually a very small amount of money each year, usually about $5. And once you pay that, it means that you're an official member and you can vote during chapter meetings and during conventions. Active members might also be able to take advantage of chapter or affiliate level assistance to participate in various other National Federation of the Blind programs. And so that could include things like going to national convention or even going to a state convention here in Texas or Washington seminar. So there are some opportunities available if you're an active member.
That's great. Now I want to spend some time talking about an important service that NFB offers, and that is Newsline. Liz, what is Newsline?
So NFB Newsline is a free electronic news and information service that's available to anyone in the United States who is legally blind, deafblind, or otherwise print disabled. Our subscribers, once they get registered, have access to over 550 unabridged publications that they can access on accessible platforms. And this includes national newspapers, 15 Texas newspapers, over 90 magazines in our collection, blindness-specific materials, breaking news outlets, job listings that are customizable, TV listings, weather alerts and forecasts, and some store circulars.
That is access to a lot of publications and resources. Is Newsline free?
Yes, all of our features and publications are absolutely free to our subscribers.
And do you have to have an NFB membership to use Newsline?
No, you do not. You don't have to be a member of the National Federation of the Blind or any other organization. And also, registering for NFB Newsline does not make you a member of the NFB. They're totally separate. It's called NFB Newsline because members of the National Federation of the Blind developed the program, and we continue to maintain the service.
Thank you for that clarification. Is it only available to people with vision loss?
No, people with other types of disabilities, other reading disabilities can also qualify. So, for example, if you have difficulty physically holding a book or newspaper because of a disability, or if you have other conditions such as dyslexia, you are eligible. If you already qualify for the Talking Books program, that means that you are eligible for NFB Newsline as well.
Yes, thank you for mentioning that. Talking Book Program patrons can contact the library and we can get you signed up for Newsline.
Yes, definitely. And I can also register folks here in Texas. If you have another disability outside of being legally blind, we will need to get a doctor's note to show that you're eligible for NFB Newsline. If you're a Texas resident and you're interested in subscribing, you can contact me directly. We can register you over the telephone if you want to call me. My direct number is 281-968-7634. And we also have an online application that you can fill out on our website at nfbtx.org. If you're from another state, you can reach our national NFB Newsline office at 866-504-7300 or visit nfbnewsline.org to register online.
Now, you mentioned newspapers and magazines. What other content can you access on Newsline?
Right, there's quite a lot. Outside of our newspapers and magazines, we also have content from several breaking news outlets, and this includes outlets such as ABC News, the BBC, Apple Insider, CNN, Fox News, and others. There's blindness-specific content like the Braille Monitor, which is the National Federation of the Blind's flagship publication that comes out monthly. There's also the ACB Forum and Talking Books topics. There are job listings that you can customize and browse through, powered by Career Builder and USA Jobs. There is Spanish language content. We also have weather alerts and forecasts that are customized to your location, TV listings up to 13 days in advance, and some store circulars. There's a lot of information on NFB Newsline outside of our newspapers.
Yes, that is a lot of content. Can a subscriber listen to newspapers from other cities and states?
Absolutely. Our subscribers have access to all of the content that is posted on the system. So you can check out newspapers and magazines and publications from other states anytime that you want to.
So I know you had mentioned Spanish language content. Can you listen to newspapers and magazines from other countries? And is there content in other languages besides Spanish on Newsline?
We do have content from other countries in our international newspapers collection, and this includes things like the Daily Mail UK, the Guardian, Mainichi, the Shanghai Daily, and several others. These publications are posted in English, so currently for NFB Newsline, there is English and Spanish available. With our Spanish language content, we currently have 4 national level newspapers available and our Texas State Information Channel content, which that means things that we're able to post locally ourselves that our subscribers can read. We try to post as much of our local information here in Texas in Spanish as we can. And so that includes things like agendas or announcements about events and things that are going on in your area. We try to post those in Spanish so more folks can benefit.
Yes,
Users can also change the menus to Spanish when they call in on the telephone access.
that's really good. So how many ways can you listen to Newsline content?
Yeah, you can access NFB Newsline content on several different devices. Of course, you can call into NFB Newsline on any type of telephone, and you can use the keypad to select what content you want to read. NFB Newsline is also available online. It's on the NFB Newsline mobile app for iPhone and iPad. on Amazon Alexa speakers, on digital talking book players like the Victor Reader Stream, and on braille displays and note takers. The system is really customizable, and you can make the experience the way that you want to read content. So our subscribers can really choose how they interact with the content depending on what kinds of devices they like to use to read, or even how they like to read. So, for example, you could connect a braille display to your computer or iPad and be able to read NFB Newsline content in refreshable electronic braille. Some braille displays, including the ZoomX e-reader that's circulated through the Talking Books program, already comes with NFB Newsline installed as an app, and that makes it even easier to use. Subscribers who prefer reading print visually might choose to access NFB Newsline on their computer or on the NFB Newsline mobile app for iOS, and then they might want to use things like magnification. So people who want to listen to the content may, of course, call in where it's being read to you. They might want to use the Amazon Alexa skill where you can speak to your Echo device and have it read content, or read a screen reader, use a screen reader on their computer or device to be able to read it. Users can even subscribe to specific publications, and then they will receive email updates directly to their inbox when there's new content. So you can read straight from your email if you'd like to. Our subscribers can skip articles and sections of publications at any time. They can move through the text line by line or word by word, and they can use spell features to move through the words character by character. So you have a lot of literacy with this style of content because it's the actual text that you're interacting with. You can adjust features like speaking speed, voice, pitch, and dark mode depending on which device you use to access NFB Newsline. So it's really customizable. You can pick and choose the ways that you like to read Newsline and switch it up. You know, maybe in the morning when you're having coffee, maybe you want to listen to it on your Alexa speaker, and then when you get on the bus to go to work, you want to open it up real quick on your iPhone and use the app. You know, you can switch back and forth between what devices you enjoy using.
I think it's so important that there are so many different options and choices available. So, how do you access the service?
So once you get registered, and you can fill out an application, it'll ask for some of your contact information. But once you get registered for NFB Newsline, you'll receive your user codes. And so these user codes, they consist of a 6-digit ID number and a 4-digit security code. And you'll use these numbers to access your NFB Newsline profile across all the different platforms. You can also call our office if you need to retrieve your user codes or if you're not sure if you're registered already or not. We are happy to help you get those codes so you can start reading.
That was going to be part of my next question. What if you lose your codes? What if you have trouble accessing the service? Is technical support available?
Yes, so Texas residents are welcome to contact me directly for assistance. My direct number is 281-968-7634. And we are open weekdays from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Time. You can also get in touch with me if you call our main NFB of Texas phone number. You'll be able to get really to any of us, and you can get over to me for assistance. And I'm happy to answer questions. You know, it could be as simple as needing to get signed up or to get your codes, or it could be, you know, how do I do some of the more advanced features like a global search, or how can I use NFB Newsline? And we can do some walkthroughs and things like that. Subscribers from other states can reach out to our national NFB Newsline office, and that phone number is 866-504-7300 for phone assistance as well.
Good to know. Is there an archive of NFB Newsline content?
We don't archive our content. You'll always have access to today's paper, yesterday's paper, and the last major edition. And usually a major edition is a Sunday edition because those are often larger. But we don't archive it. So that means that if you come back 3 weeks from now and let's say you open up the Houston Chronicle 3 weeks from now, you're not going to see the same articles and content in that edition that you would be seeing if you opened it up today. But you can email yourself copies of any of the content, and that way you'd be able to save the content on your device. It could stay in your inbox as long as you wanted it to be there.
Oh, well, that's a really good option. That's great. Can you do presentations about Newsline, like at a nursing home or for a support group meeting?
Yes, we regularly do demonstrations and host meetings. We can do both virtually or in person. So please reach out to me if you're interested in scheduling a presentation for your group or in your area, and we can work together to plan something. We also post all of our upcoming training events on our website, and again, that's nfbtx.org.
Excellent. What about young people joining Newsline? Is there content geared toward children and teens?
Yeah, we more recently have added a kids reading corner that has some content specifically for children and teenagers. There's no age limit for registering for NFB Newsline, but we will need a parent or guardian's signature to sign up anyone who is younger than 18 years old. So parents and guardians now can choose if they would like to have their child receive a full access or a limited access Newsline account. And the full access account, as the name implies, it allows the child to be able to access all of our NFB Newsline content, all publications, anything that's posted on the system. The limited access account allows children access to the Kids Reading Corner, local newspapers from their state, and blindness-specific materials. You can visit nfbnewsline.org, and that's nfbnewsline.org, to find a full list of publications that are included in the limited access account and to get more information about that. Parents or guardians can contact us at any point to switch their child's NFB Newsline account to or from the limited access or full access. So just reach out to us if you have a child that would qualify and you're interested in getting a limited or full access account for them.
That's very important information to know. Is there anything else about Newsline you want to mention that I haven't asked?
I think NFB Newsline is a really empowering tool for a couple of reasons. First, because it was created by blind people to solve a problem that we still face today, and that's access to print materials. Second, many people who lose vision later in life may have had a routine of waking up and reading their favorite newspaper or just reading magazines and keeping up with things. And they may feel a really big sense of loss for not being able to read print any longer. This service allows our subscribers to read as much as they want, anytime they want, and get straight to the information that they want to read, just like a sighted person can. It also opens up opportunities for blind people who maybe never had full access to an entire newspaper or an entire magazine, and they may not have even understood how much more content and detailed information is available in newspaper and magazines in comparison to television news reports or shorter online articles. So access to information is power, and it's important that blind people have access to the information that we need to empower ourselves and to stay connected with our communities.
Absolutely. It is such a valuable resource. With our time remaining, can you talk about some other programs that NFB offers? You mentioned a few earlier in our conversation.
Yeah, definitely. So we host several events here in Texas for blind folks of all ages and abilities. You can check out our website to see postings of any events that we have coming up and see what our schedule is in case there's something near you. We host at least 6 NFB Newsline open houses each year here in Texas, and we host those in different cities across the state to reach out to more folks. We want to try to find new people that are interested in getting signed up for NFB Newsline, and we want to introduce folks to the National Federation of the Blind. At these open houses, we demonstrate NFB Newsline. We give folks an opportunity to get registered for the service and answer their questions and just talk to people about life as a blind person. We primarily host these open houses in person, but usually have at least one virtual event each year so that we can reach out to folks who might not be able to join us otherwise. We also regularly host Spanish language demonstrations. So if you have friends and family that are Spanish speakers, we do have Spanish resources for trainings. This is probably my most favorite program that I'm very involved with is our NFB Newsline Texas Silver Bells Senior Training Program. And this program is designed to introduce newly blinded seniors or perhaps folks who have not had much opportunity to get any skills training and alternative techniques. We introduce them to these alternative non-visual techniques of blindness. It's a retreat style program, so it's a long weekend where we take about 12 seniors along with their family member if they'd like to bring a family member. And we have them break up into smaller groups and learn skills from experienced blind instructors. So these classes include, of course, how to use NFB Newsline on multiple platforms, technology training, some daily living skills, so things like maybe some light cooking or, how do you even keep track of print materials if you can't read it? How do you keep those important tax documents? How do you deal with mail? So some of those kind of daily living skills, an introduction to cane travel, and discussions about blindness philosophy. So our participants won't learn and master all that there is to know about these alternative blindness skills in just one weekend with us, but they will be introduced to these concepts and they'll meet other people they can reach out to and network with and leave with a much more positive idea about their own blindness. Our Silver Bells Senior Training is usually held in late August. So, keep an eye out for the application. It usually comes out in around May. And this program typically is at no or very low cost for our participants. We don't want money to be a factor for why folks couldn't join us and learn. Another one of our programs is our class mentoring program, which serves transition age Texas young adults by introducing them to positive blind adult role models and organizing engaging activities to help build their skills and build confidence. We meet monthly with a group of students at the Texas School for the Blind, and we often take them off campus to go do all sorts of different activities. We've done a lot of fun things like bowling, shopping, going to the movies, just different activities. And, they're learning blindness skills and talking to blind adults while we're doing these things and learning that they have a lot to look forward to. Blindness isn't the thing that's defining them. Our mentees are also able to participate in some of our bigger events like our state convention, national convention, student summit, and Washington seminar. Another event is our Bell Academy, which I mentioned earlier at the beginning of it, and that's our Braille Enrichment Literacy and Learning Academy. And that's for blind children ages 4 to 12 to teach them how to read Braille and introduce them to blind role models. And they also, of course, again, they're learning alternative skills like how to use a cane and how to tactily identify things and how to ask questions to get the information they need. These are week-long day programs to supplement any kind of training that they're getting during the school year. They usually are held during June and August, and they're hosted in different locations throughout Texas so we can find more families and reach out to more kids and have more opportunities. One of our newest activities is the BOLD program, and that stands for Blindness Outdoor Learning and Development. And now this year it's the BOLDER program, which stands for Blindness Outdoor Learning Development Extended Reach. This is a camping experience designed to increase independence and foster a love of the outdoors for blind children and their families. So in this program, blind parents of children and their family members and parents of blind children will experience tent camping and outdoor activities like hiking, kayaking, and building campfires. And again, like all the other programs I've mentioned, these are led by blind mentors and blind, competent blind adults. There are 2 Boulder weekends scheduled for the spring of 2025. There's one coming up in March for blind adults with children and families, and then the one in April is for families of blind children. And the application is open, so you can check out our website or give us a call for more information about coming to our BOLD program for outdoor learning and development. Camping supplies and food will be provided for all of our participants, but participants will be responsible for their transportation to and from the park. This program is made possible by funding from the Texas Parks and Wildlife. Our annual state convention is held each year in November in different locations throughout Texas. And it's a place where anyone interested in learning more about blindness or our organization can come for a weekend of networking and meeting other folks and learning all sorts of things. There's usually about 250 folks in attendance, so it's got a lot of energy. The convention includes several breakout sessions with special interests and special topics, an exhibit hall, presentations about resources, announcements about legislative updates, and of course, banquet. Our state convention is where important business, including our board elections, adoption of resolutions, and financial reports happen. We also award scholarships to blind Texas college students. So I invite you to check out both our national and state level scholarships if you're in college or thinking about going to college. Student Summit is a weekend-long event hosted by the Texas Association of Blind Students. And this is for any blind people who are attending school or interested in attending school, as well as teachers and families of blind children. And at this event, they're able to discuss issues and share resources specific to blind high school and college life. This event is usually held once each year in usually late spring. There are several national level events held in various states and also at our headquarters in Baltimore throughout the year. I mentioned some of them, but there are several more that you can benefit from. And I encourage you to check out nfb.org if you want to learn more about our national level different programs and events.
Wow, so many great programs for people of all ages. Liz, thank you so much for sharing all of this fantastic information. Will you share your phone number again and also the websites for NFB and NFBTX?
Yeah, of course. So my direct number is 281-968-7634. If you want to learn more about national level events and programs, you can visit nfb.org. And for Texas events, check out nfbtx.org.
Wonderful. Thanks again for joining us, Liz, and thank you to everyone for tuning in.